Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm really excited for you to be here. Sorry about the lighting right now, but it feels so good. I'm like soaking up this energy right now, and as you can tell from the title, it is my journey with self-love. I've been getting messages here and there about it, and I was like, should I make a video about this? I don't know. It's been highly requested. I just didn't feel like it was the right time because I was still trying to like piece everything together and make sure that I really was content. I'm actually making this video more so for myself, just so I can look back on it years from now and be like, you had your life figured out at one point. Hopefully this helps you, and if it does, please let me know in the comments below. Without further ado, let's get into this, baby. Let's get into this. You guys already know I don't start my deep talks videos without a quote. It says, learning to pick yourself up after going through shit is such an important thing that no one ever teaches you. Mic drop. There we go. So Abraham Maslow, he follows up with this theory. It strives from humanistic psychology. It's like a pyramid with the basic necessities for a human being. The top part, which a lot of people strive for, is self-actualization, and I genuinely feel like I'm there. But I will say that I don't think that I fully have it. I think that makes my journey even more interesting and exciting. Just come to the acceptance that I don't know it all, and I'm okay with that. All in all, what I pulled away from this pyramid is that a person, in order for them to reach self-actualization, in my mind, if I compare it to self-love, that is a person that is comfortable with who they are, and they are also accepting of the world. You do not leave this body unless you die, of course, but we are always stuck inside this body. We don't morph into other bodies. I'm just happy to be in this body. And for me, that was something that I struggled with for a very, very long time. And it's kind of funny because the physical creates a illusion. People think that if you tell yourself that you love yourself, complimenting yourself, just in any way putting yourself on a pedestal, people cringe. People cringe at that. So I guess I'll start with my low point because I'm pretty much just like winging this video right now. What was missing was I was so mean to myself. I cannot even begin to tell you. I was so nice to other people. I was so mean to myself. I felt like crying was weakness. I felt like showing my emotions was weakness. And because I kept a lot of things in as a younger child, as a young adult, by the time I reached college, everything just like slapped me in the face, and I really had to prepare for reality. I had extreme social anxiety as much as I loved being with other people. I grew up in a very traditional household where I had to please my mother and my father. I took care of my brothers. They took care of me. The reputation was kind of like on the line, and I was very hesitant to live my life to the fullest. And I'm kind of getting emotional about it now because everything just resurfaced, and I felt like everything that I did was wrong and it wasn't good enough, and I was hurting people because I just wanted to live my life. I kept a lot of the pain that I dealt with and pushed it aside, and I never faced it. I never looked at myself and kind of was like, this is hurting you. Why do you keep thinking about it? A good example would be, I was, I think, 15 years old. I found an outfit that I really liked, and I just felt so good wearing it, and my mom didn't approve of it. Like, she was like, you look hideous in that. My mother and I have this relationship where we butt heads so much, like, we get over it. Like, we don't even remember the fight. She dealt with self-love struggles as well because she never grew up in a household where spoiled emotionally. Humans seek affection. Like, we need affection or else we will die. Like, it is embedded in us to look for it. We need it emotionally, we need it physically, we need it verbally. It's a never-ending cycle. If we put the effort that we put into other people, into ourselves, we would be our own project. But I don't think they tell you that it's there the whole time. We would be conquering so many things. We would look at others as a learning lesson. I bought like a bunch of journals, and I bought like special pens. oh God, I just went in so hard. I really treated myself like I was in a relationship with myself. I was like, girl, you deserve this. I'm buying it for you because you deserve it. And so I like would start with the date, and I would write the time, and it just went from 1 page to 2 page to 3 page to 4 page. Pages kept growing, and it was so nice, like going back to the week prior or, you know, a month prior and be like, oh wow, you dealt with this? Like you're feeling like that? Like look at you now. And then of course there would be like bad days that I would write down, and my good days and the people that I interacted with. It was work. You know, my hand was like this by the end. Like I just was cramped up. I couldn't write anymore. Just spilled everything into it. Started saying no more. You know, people would be like, oh, hang out with me. And I felt like obligated to hang out with them because I lived in a bubble. I based my life off of making others happy, and I never really thought about, oh, you can make yourself happy. It just didn't make any sense to me. Like, how do you make yourself happy? And that's like a childish mindset, but always believed that if I gave and gave and gave and gave to others, that it would kind of fill that hole, because I was left empty. I remember talking to my dad one night, because we always have these philosophical talks. He's like my best friend when it comes to that. He said, what's gonna happen if you break your bucket one day? Like, he's like, what is it made out of? I just looked at him and I was like, what, dude, what are you talking about? Why are you questioning my bucket? And he was like, no, I want you to think about it. Like, if you're giving so much to other people, you're gonna carry all this, you're gonna carry all this pain with you constantly. What he was referring to was, when you're carrying all this weight, what's gonna happen to you? Little did I know was, every time I walked in to help somebody, they were terrified, because it was like the Kool-Aid man. How the Kool-Aid man like smashes into the wall and he's like, what does he say? He says, that was me. I felt so powerful. Some people couldn't handle how I helped them, because I just felt so knowledgeable all the time. Like I felt like I knew everything, and I was like, I'm sure of myself. Like I know what I'm doing. Like, you know, being so young and naive, and you don't see the world. That's just you trying to fit in. Being kinder to myself has been the biggest challenge. People think that when you do figure out self-love, you forget about everyone else, and that wasn't the case for me. It was scary, because like I learned how to balance. I learned how to balance taking care of myself and also taking care of other people, and, you know, helping them. And something that a lot of people won't tell you is that when you learn to love yourself, you have to be patient. When we are patient, we either hate ourselves for it, or you could be happy that you're patient. I can learn to laugh at myself and not worry if I was making other people laugh. It's like a whole new world. It completely opens your eyes. Like a lot more calmer than I used to. Like, I guess I've always been calm, but I think about pain or sadness or anything like that, I'm more calm. I'm more understanding of the journey. I like the ups, I like the downs, I like falling apart and then building myself back up. I like talking about it, and I wish I could tell you like when it started or how I got there, because I believe that it started when I made the choice to. Try not to use time to battle yourself with your self-love journey. You can be rest assured that you are building yourself day by day. You don't need to worry about what that person is doing. It's impossible, because people keep changing. You are changing. So if you compare yourself to someone's one day where they absolutely love themselves, or one day where they absolutely hate themselves, you're going to be left behind. That's why it's so important to focus on your own road. You have the possibility of swerving if you focus too much on what is going on outside. It's good to, you know, look up and kind of just scan real quick, but you know your real purpose is your destination. and your destination requires you to be awake, it requires you to be alert, doesn't say that you can't take breaks. You can take breaks, except that it will be cringy at times and that you will feel weird a little bit, giving yourself that attention because it's so foreign. Just takes some getting used to, an out-of-body experience as they call it. Even then, you come back down to earth and you find home, and your home is your body. It's your mind, it's your soul, it's your heart. So yeah, I hope that helped you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from on my self-love journey. I hope you guys have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys very, very soon, and stay weird, obviously. This alien is out. Bye.
Somewhere